this, probably another speed or something. And then same for this guy, Cooler Master. I know that name. 12 volt DC, 0.18 amp. FG yellow. I don't know what that means, but I'm using the red and black because that's your normal 12 volt. So I have 3 fans I can incorporate, and they can help with the fireplace back here. Am I zoomed in? No, you guys just can't see the fireplace, that's all. So that should help with the fireplace. I'm thinking using these smaller ones to, well, maybe the 2 smaller ones will go on the ceiling to shoot the hot air off the ceiling back down to the floor where it needs to be. And then maybe use this big fan, incorporated something where I can increase the fan speed without melting this and causing a fire. Because the USB fans are great, however, they're not perfect. So I'm gonna have to figure a way to, and it's definitely not going down in here. I can boil water in a flash on that surface. That's insanely hot. I'll have to do that when I do a stay over here, guys. Again, cook on this thing, and you can't beat it. It's friggin', it'll boil and do everything for you. Oh, I cleaned the glass, by the way. You probably saw that in another video. And I did remove one more log because when I opened that, I got soot again, so I don't know what the hell's going on. There's some kind of impingement going on. So, whatever. As long as it works, I don't care. Oh, and my IBC taupe plumbing is shortened up, tighter. That's about as tight as it can go in because these are now touching. And so that's all hooked up and plumbed in. I have my 12 volt pump, which I can hook up to possibly the jumper cables over here, but I'll have to rig something up better than that, run some wires over or something. People were concerned, I think Pam was concerned about the wires touching the gas line. These wires are pretty insulated, like double layered. There's no gas currently in this gas line. It's actually shut off. But I think she's more worried about if the insulation ever got torn enough where it would make contact to the line. I understand. I don't think it's going to happen. This up here is, the wire up here is not moving and rubbing. I can always put a barrier in between. You guys can probably suggest me one. But this hole is basically totally full of wires now. I can probably take some spray foam and seal it up, which I think I will do when I get my hands on some, and then go from there. But things are looking a lot cleaner, and I'm loving it. I'm just amazed how this works, how the solar panel works. Because if I can do it, you guys can do it for sure. Just the important thing is, what are you going to run? What do you want to run? And if you want to run a TV like I'm doing, you kind of got to step up and get more panels. And definitely, which I still need to do, is get better batteries and bigger batteries. So that's the next plan. But until then, I'll be working back here on the far room where the accountant has his stuff. Apparently, I don't think it's moving. He needs the storage, so that's a good thing. That will take care of half of my rent for the year. The other half is up to you guys, the viewers, on YouTube, subscribing, liking, sharing my videos, commenting, watching them all the way through, watching the ads, even though I hate commercials more than anybody in the world. But that's the way it is. And then I will get to work back there. Like I say, just adding the survival blankets all the way around the walls. And then I'm going to move that wall up. And then we got to work on putting a ceiling on here. So I'm guessing from what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put a plain plywood sheet up, or sheets of plywood up, the thinnest I can get, cheapest, and I'm guessing they will have to span sideways? Yeah, because they're not gonna go lengthwise, so they got to go lengthwise this way, and then I'll just put like 2x4s or pieces of 2x4 on screwed to the 2x4 framing here, and they'll just kind of sit on those, and then I'll shoot the survival blanket sheets up, maybe add some tape so they don't move, and then that will add like an attic space or a dead space up there, which is good in a couple ways. Heat will be drawn up there, which I then need to vent with maybe one of these little mini fans. Whoops. Out of the tiny house. If I'm able to close up the majority of the ceiling all the way down and have the survival blanket up there, just laying on the plywood, I can hide wires up there. The heat always goes, heat rises, so it's always going to be up in that cavity. So I'm going to have to hook up a little mini fan to shoot the air out in the summertime, and then rig up a system where I can seal it off. I'm thinking, what I really think I'm going to do is get one of these, but only smaller. I'm going to get one of these shut-off valves and take some plastic like I have here, hook it up so it's basically like that, but and then I can have it open in the summer where the fan is shooting the hot air slowly out. And the nice thing about that is this will run 24/7, even at night, off the solar panel system back there. So this will kind of be solar powered heat removal system for the tiny house, which is good. Now you guys are asking, well, okay, where's the air gonna come in then? Well, you guys saw the door. It's not completely sealed, so it's gonna have some draft from there. Probably also these sinks, I'm guessing too. It'll be, because the plugs are in now, but I can always pull the plugs, and then some air is going to flow up and out of there. Kind of gross. Actually, no, it won't. There's traps in these things. So forget what I just said. So that's the plan. Get the ceiling up, get the radiant barrier up, have maybe two different ends of the tiny house have exhaust. This side needs one anyway because of the shower. Right over here. To exhaust the, because I don't have an exhaust fan. I have a window, but whatever. But anyway, once the ceiling's lowered, I'll have that air gap, which is more insulation. I'll have the radiant barrier, which is good because it'll bounce the heat up and down and nail this floor with the only thing that's going to get where the heat's going to escape is the floor. So the heat's just going to keep bouncing and hitting this floor and hopefully warm it up. Like, I'm standing on so much insulation, I can't believe it even gets cold. So yeah, if I ever build another one, I definitely have learned a lot and know what to do. But yeah, that's the plan, guys. So once I finish this off, things will be good. And it should make the trim look a lot better once I have that survival blanket stuff back there. I can just tape it to the sides of the window, and it kind of looks good because it covers over here, for an example, it covers up a lot of that crap. See it just sitting there? This side I kind of trimmed it a little too shallow, and I should have just taped it to the sides, and then it would have helped reflect more light around in here. But there you go. Yeah, look at the outside. Nasty. Just nasty out. Just garbage. So that's that. And then I think the plans of the fireplace is on hold, having a wood burner, because I'm guessing you guys want me to get the solar panels going before that. I'll still think about what I'm going to do. I may even get a really small fireplace just to compensate, but then, you know, it doesn't really make sense. I wish I wish I could have a fireplace that would vent out the wall, and then I don't have a stack going up. Just shoot right out the wall, and then put something on it so the wind doesn't get to it, like an H exhaust pipe or something, so it attaches. It's almost like a T with a couple pieces outside, and then that way the smoke gets away. I don't know why why they do that, but I guess there's a reason. You don't want your place burning down. But as long as I insulate and get this stuff done, we'll see how well the fireplace performs. I'm really happy with it so far, and if it continues to improve with this survival blanket, especially on the ceiling, then we're going to be really good luck. Really good luck. And then also the wall is going to be moved ahead quite a bit, so the bed will be closer. The bed I may even actually move to where these storage compartments are, right here. The bed may go here because the wall is going to be basically that window will be now in that back storage room because the wall will be up that far. So the bed may be just right here, not in the way of the door per se, because there is a door there, an entrance, and then we'll figure things out from there. But that's the plan, guys. So that's it for now. I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House.